All right, everyone. I never thought I would use Pearl's clips, but shout out to Pearl. I got to give her a shout out for this one because I wouldn't have known about this, but it came up in my feed. And this video is so good that I'm gonna react to the whole entire video. I'm gonna react to the whole entire video because here's the thing, and we're talking about reconciliation when possible in a marriage. If you can reconcile, then do it. I know I have been talking about ego on previous video, but I see that Kevin Samuels actually talked about this before me. I almost got emotional, man, because like I used to watch him sometimes, but all this good content was going on and I was missing. And I just really hate that happened to him because I would have loved to see him debate Kendra G, Shera 7. Shera 7 didn't want no smoke. He talked about her a couple times. And in fact, you're going to hear me mentioning her because she's a witch. And witches are connected to Satan. And the Bible said that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's doing that through her with all of this women leaving their marriages over money stuff. One thing I learned about money is it comes and goes, it goes up and it goes down. And for that reason, I don't believe that anyone should break up their family or bring extra people in any way over money. And this is a perfect example for you ladies because 83% of the divorces are filed by y'all. And I'm gonna review this whole video. Kevin Samuels, man, dude, this is good stuff, y'all. This is good stuff. Now, I think the flip is in play in relationships where there is no marriage. I don't think you reconcile in those. Sometimes you give people another chance, but other times I would say that the marriage dynamic works different, especially when you have kids under the age of 18. But guess what though? You know what I found out? I found out that it affects the adult children equally or sometimes more. So we getting ready to react to this video. And again, I gotta give shout out to Pearl, man. I gotta give shout out to her for digging this up, man. We had our moments in the past. I didn't like how they were trying to crown her over the manosphere. I didn't like some other things. But I'm the type, I forgive and I give credit where it's due. And look who put this on here. And y'all getting ready to see. Because I don't know if Pearl, that was the woman in the corner. But guess what? A lot of y'all don't look good as her. A lot of y'all don't look as good as Tim Howard. Now let's talk about her for a second before we get started. So she tried to play like she had a new dude. And she been outed that guy, they set that up. They staged that. Dude is gay. I mean, he has a male partner. People, look, man, that is not her man. She doesn't have one. And she's a perfect example of what why if you leave, you better have a good reason. Because allegedly she left Corey Hardrick because she thought that he didn't have enough motion, as we say. That he wasn't trying hard enough. And guess what happened to Corey after she left? Now, I'm finna show y'all something. He got the $75 million contract. Now, let me show you this. Remember the movie Acrimony? Who was the real villain in Acrimony? I had to say it was Taraji, her character. Because all that man was doing is pursuing his dreams, and he wouldn't give up on it, no matter how it looked. So when she gave up on him, that's her fault. If that was real life, that's her fault. The women that give up on your dreams, but don't you give up on your dream. I can give you a perfect example. I've been a preacher. I've been preaching since 1997 or 98. For many years, I was just faithful. I was on MATA, Milwaukee Access Television here in Milwaukee. I had a blog talk. I have a previous YouTube channel that they're shadow banning to this day. A lot of people have told me through the years, and y'all got to excuse my table right here. It need to be wiped off. But just listen to what I'm saying. That I should give up on preaching. But I never did. And now it's like I got solid people with me. I got solid people supporting me. I got solid people learning the word from me. And let me tell you something. I talk about women, but I don't bash women. I've been accused, the only reason why they following you is because you be bashing women, you negative. If you go in the comments, you'll see that my main following is the Bible. People that want to learn the scripture. And everything. This is the All Subjects channel. It's people that prefer my political video. It's people that prefer my sports videos. It's people that prefer my money videos. It's people that prefer my relationship video. This is the All Subjects channel. You can't pinpoint. But all I can say is, like, had I given up these great people that I have on my channel, I would have never met them. And I wouldn't have never been able to positively affect the lives that I positively affected with my channels on YouTube, in particular, the No Matrix channel, this channel. So I told y'all that I'm not against marriage. I'm just against bad marriage. I'm against marriages where women try to lead. I'm against marriages where men don't do nothing but lie. Now, that being said, we definitely need to react to this. This is entitled, She's 42, Left Her Marriage, Now Confused, Kevin Samuels Checks Her. Shira 7, what she'll do, and you ladies, y'all don't even know. That could be people who work for her putting fake comments in there. Because think about it. Just look, all you got to do is just look at the women that listen to her, and that the women that are available after their divorce, after leaving their husband, and look at the level of some of their attractiveness. That don't matter. obviously. Wouldn't you say that Tia Mowry probably looks better than have, like, because if you go on, I done did some investigation. If you go on Shira 7 channel, some of them people got their picture up. Let me think. Percentage wise, in the comments, in some of the lives, let me put a percentage on it. How many of them would I say has Tia Mowry or Cardi B? We're going to talk about her in a second. Trumped in looks. Tia Mowry, maybe like 10% of them. Cardi B, 2%. Let's talk about Cardi B. Cardi B was a stripper, poisoning men, dealing with drug dealers, not a catch-all, right? But the thing with her is she wants everybody to forget all the stuff that she did before she married Offset. She wants people to forget. But she wasn't a catch to begin with. Offset was just trying to be urban and hood. So you can't, and then you notice how women were eating it up. They was eating it up. Oh, Cardi, congratulations, Cardi. Somebody that's still married, that had a baby with another man. Or either she had it or did she have it? I'm not sure. And a man that does this all the time. A man that his teammates came out and said he's the one guy that they wouldn't want their sister date. But because these women just want to win so bad. Look at her. You go, girl. No. And then, man, shout out to Stefon Diggs, baby mama, the other one. Baby mama, I don't know if it's baby mama A, B, C, D, E, but one of them, they kind of outed, they aired her out. We gotta stop letting this evil behavior go on, and you women are trying to celebrate it. Shira 7 is basically destroying these marriages, having these women thinking that they don't have to pay bills, that they shouldn't be paying bills. Okay. Does the scripture agree or disagree with that? Let's go back to Genesis 2:18. Let's start there. Does the scripture agree or disagree with that? We know Shira 7 doesn't agree with it, but she's also grifting on you women, and we keeping score. She be having dudes on there that be getting paid to just try to put hexes on people. Let's get to the video, y'all. Watch this.
After marriage at 34, expecting better options, but now she can't find the man she wants. Kevin Samuels explains the brutal reality of time, choices, and accountability.
D-E-N-E.
D-E-N-E. What do you have for me?
I'm just wondering what kind of options would be available to me. I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'm 42 years old. Last year I used to weigh 200 pounds.
None.
No, I'm not finished.
None. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Last year.
Wait a minute, y'all. Dude, Kevin Samuels was also a great not only did he speak that truth and stuff, but he was very good at entertaining his audience. And some of his reactions were just quite funny, man. I hope y'all can hear. Where's the remote? I'm trying to turn it up.
You're finished.
I'm done.
Yep.
There's nothing left for me.
Not realistic.
Well, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because I'm 42.
See, it's the age and the weight, and then if you have any children.
So my kids are.
Okay, ma'am. I don't even. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. And I don't want to be rude. Sound like rude, but see, when you over 40 and you're obese, and you or even if you're coming down, you still can go the other way.
Is that her?
Children.
Man, that's not good for you ladies.
If there was ever any
Not
chance
good.
is if you were
You can't get
gorgeous.
nobody.
And if you were gorgeous, you wouldn't be called. So I need the people to understand. I'm not being rude. It's just often.
He said if she was gorgeous, she wouldn't be calling. He said not realistic. He didn't tell her that there was zero hope. He just said not realistic. Now let's see. Well, like I said, we're gonna react to this whole video.
Sometimes, well, I'll get women who want to call in. They want to tell me their story, and then I know where it's going to end. Ma'am, you kind of knew that in order to overcome just your age alone, you're going to have to be very feminine, very submissive, very cooperative. You have to bring a lot to the table. That's before your weight and before.
Now, again, he didn't say it was impossible. And you can't say he was bashing her because he just told her. Let's go back to it. What her chances are.
I'll get women who want to call in. They want to tell me their story, and then I know where it's going to end. Ma'am, you kind of knew that in order to overcome just your age alone, you're going to have to be very feminine, very submissive, very cooperative. You have to bring a lot to the table. That's
which most of them not. In particular, they're listening to Shira 7, which tells them, she tells them don't bring anything to the table. You are the table.
Before your weight and before your children. And your children are a messy detail for a man. I don't mean you can look.
If you missed it, she told him she's 5'4", 200. No, let's be honest. A lot of guys like that, man. That's a lot of meat, man. Especially if it's in certain areas. But remember, Kevin Samuels talks in terms of marriage, in terms of getting in a relationship, not telling her to turn around.
Of your children, but people don't look at our kids the same way. So that's why when you asked, I'm like, and were you married in the past?
Yeah, for 10 years.
Why'd you divorce?
He wouldn't work.
What do you mean he wouldn't work?
He wouldn't work.
You mean
Every
he sat
job
on?
he had,
You mean he sat on? He was in the house all day while you were going.
Watch how he combats it.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Okay. And what did he do in the house?
Wow, this dude was good,
What
man.
else did he do?
He cooked.
What else did he do? And when the children were there, what did you do with them?
Wow.
You was good with the kids.
So in other words, you had.
But it's
You,
hard
hold on. You called. So I'll help. Okay, but you had a husband, and you were working.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get foreclosed or get evicted?
It was very difficult. You
No,
said it.
ma'am. I asked a specific question. Did you get foreclosed or evicted?
Well, we were lucky we had.
Did you
some
get
everything.
foreclosed? See, another problem with black people.
Neither one.
Okay.
Neither one.
If I'm gonna
was
talk to you,
sold.
ma'am, you're gonna answer my question directly, please.
Neither.
Okay, so you weren't foreclosed or evicted. You just did not have.
Okay, let's talk. So, I've had financial problems. I only been evicted once, and that was back in Texas. And basically, I quit a job prematurely because I had gripes, I had grievances, but the guy was taking too long to call me back. And the sad part about it, he had called me back the next week. I could have had them eating out of the palm of my hand, man. He was gonna get them off me. It just, the process was taking too long. So, and they had already tried to go behind my back and have me arrested for just a mere push of one of the inmates. Well, you can't really call them inmates. It was a halfway house. They was out. They was transitioning to be back into society. But I had pushed one of the guys. And they suspended me with pay. But I found out that they went behind my back and was like trying to see if criminal charges should be brought against me merely for pushing this guy. Okay? And this guy was an adult. Like you say, well, he was only 18. He was an adult. Okay? So I just say, you know what? When they, and y'all heard me talk about this many times. Y'all heard me talking about this many times, with this, where I talked about the guy with the shower routine, how he pretended like he went in the shower and he didn't, and it caused a tremendous conflict between me and one of the supervisors. That guy, some of y'all been watching my videos, y'all know. They basically tried to blame something on me that I didn't have anything to do with. They were trying to have a whole different standard for me than they were for other people. Now, I'm older now. I know how to handle situations like that now. But I was 42 back then. And I still was just not playing at all. I'm not playing now. But if I would have, the person I am now, I would have handled that situation better. I would have just let them do what they think, and I would have been calculating. I would have been more calculating. And I would have got them. Just what they were doing was they were trying to set me up for failure. Like they'll give me the kids that nobody wanted to deal with, the tasks that nobody wanted to do, and they were breaking the rules. Like they were trying to get me to allow them to count supplies, which you had blades, you had dangerous weapons, you had gas, chemicals. And I told him, I said, in the handbook, he said, I don't care nothing about no handbook. Y'all know the dude that I said raised his voice up like a girl. Do what you gotta do. Him. He said, I don't care nothing about no handbook. He thought he was above the agency because he had retired 3 times and came back. They was begging him to come back. So I quit. And a little after that, we got evicted because things just didn't work out fast enough. But y'all got to stop watching these Sheba 7s and step up, because some of y'all have husbands that could use your help. And some of y'all have husbands that need your help. But y'all get into this thing where y'all trying to be like Peg Bundy. And sometimes we guys are to be blamed for not knowing that it's not supposed to be that way. You trying to be Mr. Big Shot like I was, trying to pay all the bills. But just think, if I would have just stood down a little bit, how much more money and how some of those financial situations and financial problems that we had could have been different. Now, but here's the catch though. Some of y'all women, y'all can't handle being at work with guys. And I'm not, look, this is prophetic. Sometimes I have to explain to people, because you ain't gonna sit and watch a prophet and never think that he talking about you. And sometimes he might be, but a lot of time he might not be. You ain't the only person in the world. But when you sit and watch the prophet, you're gonna always think he talking about. I'm speaking in general. Now, let's go back to it, because we're gonna react to this whole.
Easiest of times, right? Right, but you were married. And how long you guys married? 10 years. How long you been divorced?
8.
8. And were you the same? And were you 200 pounds in the marriage?
So she basically divorced her husband. Y'all gonna be shocked. And she good looking. She good looking, y'all. If that's her, she good looking. It's gotta be her, because you can get sued for putting somebody else's image up. So this is her. So she basically divorced her husband when her kids were 10 years old. Unbelievable, man.
Were you a big girl in the marriage?
I don't think so. I think maybe like 10 pounds less.
10 pounds
I'm
less?
smaller now.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, you're 10 pounds
He
less.
said, were you
What?
a big girl in the marriage?
Taller or smaller?
I was a little smaller.
How tall are you?
5'4".
5'4". And are you trying to tell me you weren't 200 and something pounds in the marriage?
That's correct. I think I weighed like between the 170s and the 180s.
So you were still morbidly obese.
Yes.
Okay, so it really does not matter. Don't play semantics. And what do you do for a living?
I work in
What's this?
education.
A what?
I work in.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. I want y'all to pay attention to this. She didn't want to tell him what her job title was. But watch how Kevin Samuel just going to keep poking and prodding.
Education.
A teacher?
Something like that, yes.
I don't know you, ma'am.
I help support them. I assist them.
So you're clerical.
Okay, that's fair to call it.
I don't care. What is your title? See, when you ladies call up
My
here, understand, let me explain something. When you ladies call up here and ask me for my advice, if you don't want to answer these on air, you could always go to my website and
Right.
book your own one-on-one session and pay the fee. But if you're going to be on my show, you have to answer the questions. That's
Right.
only what a polite guest would do. I don't. No one knows you. No one can see you. I'm trying to understand what it is to help
Right.
you the best I can.
Teacher. So, aid.
Your
Aid
teacher's
assistant.
aide.
She a teacher's aide. She divorced her husband because he wouldn't work. But she's a teacher's aide. But he was doing everything else. He was cooking, he was cleaning, he was taking care of the kids. Now, I would say she makes $16 an hour at best. So what was the ideal move that she should have done? She should have tried a little harder to convince him to work instead of divorcing him. Because now she's 42. Dudes ain't trying to walk her down the aisle. I'm sure they done stuck it in. But they ain't trying to stick their commitment in.
Right. So, did you have to go to college to get that? Did you need a
Yeah.
4-year degree?
She lying. See, this is what I be saying about, dude, one of the problems in marriage is all this lying. See, You can't demand a man be honest if you ain't being honest. A lot of the women that be riding their husband over something that he did, I guarantee you they got away with something that if he knew they did it, he wouldn't want nothing to do with them. He wouldn't want nothing to do with them. If he knew that they did that thing, which I would say 99% of them have more than one thing, that if that man knew that you did that, he wouldn't have wanted nothing to do with you. But they'll carry on this high horse. See, people, when they don't get caught, sometimes act like that they're on that level, but you're on the level of the things which you have done, not the things that you ain't get caught doing. So if you committed adultery one night, you're an adulteress. You can't, well, I ain't did nothing. So you trying to act like you ain't did nothing, but you actually did. That's what be happening, man. And that's why we got to take a different approach, man. Don't put yourself in no position where a woman can kick you out. Don't put yourself in no position where they can take your car. Keep paying your bills. Bills, let me tell you something. Bills ain't as bad as I've made them out to be these years. And a lot of y'all got, it's dudes on here that say, you right. Bills ain't that bad, man. It's when you don't pay them or can't pay them that they seem bad. But bills ain't a reason for divorce. And it's like, I believe she is seeing firsthand that maybe I should have took a different approach. And you gonna see that at the end of this video, but we gotta keep it going.
I do have one.
Did you need a 4-year? No. Did you need a 4?
Do
See,
I
I want you
no, I
guys
don't
to
think
pay
I need
attention.
it.
I want you to
You don't need a
understand how
4-year degree to be a
much
teacher's
women
aide.
like to deflect with questions that they don't want to answer.
Yep,
Every
deflect.
time I ask her a direct question and she's not proud of the answer, just this neo shit. You have a degree, but it came after. You got a 4-year. You didn't need a 4-year degree to be a teacher's aide, granted. So you were a high school grad. Maybe you had an associate. You married a guy at what age?
So yeah, 24.
24, and how old was he?
28.
Is he the father of all your children?
Yes.
All right. So 24, 28, and he was lazy, according to you. He would not work, but he did take care of the house. So you guys had flipped roles. You had an average job, and he was an average housewife. Right. Hold on. But then but 10 years later, 10 years into it, you divorced him because it was just, he won't work. So you're saying he never worked during the marriage? He didn't collect one paycheck?
Very little.
I asked, no.
She lying again.
Play these things.
That's why it's taking her so long.
Did he work? Did he have a W-2? Did he file taxes? Did he have a W-2 and did he file taxes?
Yeah.
All right. He just did not make as much as you made or was not fully employed. I'm not judging it. Just trying to understand it. See, often women like to paint men in a lesser position. But the net of it, man. Hold on. Net of it.
Let's talk about this. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was trying to think of a woman that got divorced or broke up from her boyfriend or anything and was like, yeah, we broke up because of me. I did this. I couldn't think of anybody. Ladies, let's see something. I was going to get the Bible where it says, remain unmarried or reconciled to your husbands. I believe she probably was listening to Shira 7 or something similar. Maybe she got relatives. Girl, he don't even work. Yeah, but he doing all that stuff around the house though. She could have easily stayed at home so he could work, but we don't know what went on between them. She probably, no, I'll work. I'm not finna stay at home. You can stay at home with these kids.
Net of it is you've been divorced for 8 years. Has anyone asked you to marry them since then?
No.
Right. Have you had a serious relationship since?
No, he said, has anyone asked you to marry them since then? This is important because they be saying, when I get married again, listen.
Yeah, like engagement.
I don't think so. No, I'm gonna say no.
She ain't even had an engagement.
So
She hasn't had an engagement.
The same job, the teacher's aide.
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing that has changed since you divorced your husband is you got an older.
Pretty much.
Kevin Samuels, man. This is extremely disappointing, man. He asked her, the only thing that changed since you got divorced is you gotten older. Ladies, pay attention. That's why I'm doing this. I told y'all I'm gonna help y'all. Like, we be needing to check our egos at the door. I should have checked my ego at the door of some of them jobs. But the things that was happening on them jobs should not be enough to create negative feelings in a marriage, man. Come on now.
Where's he at?
Who?
Your ex-husband.
I don't know.
Really? He's the father of your how many children?
So she been divorced 10 years. Nobody ever tried to marry her. Nobody ever asked to marry her. He said, and she's working the same job. So he said the only thing that changed is she got older. But now, nothing changed about her, but she is trying to ask him, how can she get a high value man? And you know why she's asking him that? Because, how long has Shira 7 been talking this stuff? It could be people in her family too.
1, 2, 3?
Two.
2. So you don't know what the father of your 2 children is?
He's living his life.
So
He don't want nothing to do with her.
18.
right.
18.
So, and you just turned 18. How old is your youngest?
15.
So.
And he was
you've been divorced
5.
for 8 years.
So she divorced him when her son was 5. He probably was devastated. Because she said he was good with the kids. I believe that it's something that he should have hit on the sex thing. I believe she just wanted to be a little freak. And she was hoping, like most of them, when they want to be a freak, they're hoping that a rich man will cling on. They don't watch Richard Gere, Pretty Woman, Walking Down the Street. That's a movie. It don't happen in real life. That's a movie. No rich man gon' marry a freak.
10,
Yeah.
10, and 7. And you don't know where their father is?
No, I know. He's living his life. You know, we don't really interact much.
Y'all got to excuse the
Your
background.
kids see their father?
I had to do this, man. Listen.
All the time.
Right. See their father all the time. So would you say he's a pretty good father?
I would.
Okay, so you had him,
You
married
divorced
to
a good father.
who was a good father.
Jezebel.
Who cooked, cleaned, and even post-divorce is still actively involved in his children's life. You are an average educated woman doing an average job, and you are twice the weight of the average that a 5'4" woman should be.
I'm
Dude.
165. I'm not twice the weight. Maybe.
Okay, you're right. Not now, but before you were plus 200 pounds.
That's not true.
Okay, I can run the tape back. How much?
I guarantee you, she done caught. So, okay, so she been divorced 10 years. That's her, y'all. How many bodies y'all think she done caught? How many booties you think she done ate? How many balls you think she... Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm not a stiff neck. I'm not a suit wearing stiff neck that nobody knows what he's thinking. Stop putting me with them. Stop trying to put me with them because I talk about the Bible. I ain't no suit wearing stiff neck that nobody knows what I'm thinking. So let's get back to it. If I say something nasty, so what? How many bodies y'all think she caught in that 10 year? Like I said, how many balls you think she was singing on with her tongue? How many butts you think she done ate? Now she want to go back to him, somebody that wasn't good enough for her. And he could decide if he gonna take her back or not. This kid is practically grown though. How many guys you think made her say, And I guarantee you, some of those guys that had no job, some of those guys just got out of jail. Some of those guys was worse than what she had. She ain't got no takers, y'all. Dudes, listen. Like I say, and I gotta say it like I'm feeling it. I do apologize. Every now and then it's gonna be a cuss word. But let me say this to you women. They're thinking about leaving that good dude. You gotta practically ponder to figure out why you want to leave. You probably done did more negative stuff to him than he did to you. Y'all just sneakier. Let me say this. Just because a dude wanna fuck you don't mean he wanna love you. And don't break your family up with that delusion. And some of them rich guys, they'll fuck you too. They will. They'll meet me at the hotel. There's gonna be a key at the desk. Yeah. Make sure you go through the back door. I had to say it like I'm feeling it. Again, you fake believers, all of y'all got sins. Ain't none of y'all sinless. You phony, you. Oh, he be talking. He didn't used to talk like that. You're right, I didn't. Because I was a stiff neck too. Not saying it how I'm feeling it. Not keeping it all the way real. Little stiff neck, suit wearing, fat back, only can go to restaurant. No, not me.
Did you say you were when you first came on?
I said last year I've been divorced for 8 years, so I fluctuate. So
she said 8 years.
Your biggest point was how much?
Okay, I would predict she probably thick, probably got a big old high booty. I'm gonna predict that in that 8 years, she done had sex with 11 men or more. That's my prediction. What's y'all prediction? Put it in the comments. I say 11. Especially if she's on the dating apps, 25. If she's on the dating apps, Light skin on the dating apps equal loose vag, loose booty hole. Yeah. Yeah.
2 or 3.
Okay. Split the difference, man. How about this? Let's not get hung up on the particular pound.
Yeah, I said it.
Because I know it makes a
Yeah.
difference to you, but it doesn't make a difference.
The Most High been waiting to have a real one.
I gotta ask, you're an average sounding woman. Why should you have more than what you have?
You know what? Before I react, let's go back to what he just said.
Okay. Split the difference, man. How about this? Let's not get hung up on the particular pound, because I know it makes a difference to you, but it doesn't make a difference in this conversation. I gotta ask, you're an average sounding woman. Why should you have more than what you have?
He said, you're an average sounding woman. Why should you have more than you had? Let's ask Shira 7 that question. These women are average, Shira. Why should they have more than they had? What have they done significant? What have they done special? What have they done extravagant? Why should they have more than they had? Huh?
Oh, wow. I just want to know if there's any hope. That's
No, and I'm going to tell you why.
Now, again, she said, I just wonder if there's any hope. And watch what he says. I'd say it's a little, and he said to help him out, he did say that not realistically, meaning he didn't say there's no hope. Now he's saying there's no hope. Maybe because after he found out the rest of when he vetted, the thing, Kevin Samuels, the thing that people look at with him that overlook is his vetting. What he was doing is called vetting. You know how they try to beat around the bush? Well, let me say, he knew how to get the truth out of him.
But your biggest point was how much?
2 or 3.
Okay. Split the difference, man. How about this? Let's not get hung up on the pound, because I know it makes a difference to you, but it doesn't make a difference in this conversation. I gotta ask, you're an average sounding woman. Why should you have more than what you have?
Oh, wow. I just want to know if there's any hope. That's
No, and I'm going to tell you why and what I said was no. And as I started to roll down this line of questioning, what it sounds to me is that you had a man that the reason you divorced him is because he was not making a lot of money, but you were never bankrupt.
Well, it's not.
Hold on.
But wait, let me ask.
No.
Okay. So there's a difference between
no. I need you to.
Can I just say
know.
Muted her.
There's a difference between not making it.
Mute her.
You were never evicted or foreclosed.
Whew. They made another one? Whoa, when that come out?
What's the secret to peak health?
I got y'all watching video trailer, movie trailer.
Micro wins, even microdose GLP-1s.
And starting at just $99? Heck yeah.
Now starting at just $99.
Dude, they forcing these ads.
Hold up. Domino's medium specialty pizzas are just $9.99 when I'm mixing them.
You had the husband you had. And honestly, I think anybody with any sense would say you had a better situation when you were married.
That's what they don't look at. See, this will happen sometimes. If they got somebody helping them, or they got a man, that don't mean he gonna stay around. And that don't mean the help gonna always be around. But sometimes then it's gonna hit it. Like a lot of time, it'll hit later on. When the man is gone, when the help is gone. Like, let's say you got parents that you could depend on. When they gone, or you got this person, that person, or you got all these kids and they doctors, lawyers, stuff like that, got income. When they all gone, was your divorce, was your separation worth it? He's telling her that it wasn't. Because, like he said, she's a teacher's assistant. She had that when she was with him. Did no man step up? Did no man pull his wallet out? Did no man try to marry her? She just got older. That coochie got older.
I don't understand it. You don't like the fact that he did not work, but did he work before? Was he fully employed? Was he like this go getter prior to your marriage?
I don't think so.
What a
No,
question.
ma'am, I can't.
So she look. So she said that he was never a go-getter. But she divorced him for not being a go-getter, and she has the same job, and she don't got no man. I agree with Kevin Samuels. She ain't did no better.
And here, I don't think so from a grown 40-plus-year-old woman. Was he a go-getter prior to you saying, I do?
I don't think we knew each other well enough.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He was 28 years old. You were 24. Did he have a job?
He was in school at that time. He was in college.
So, you ask, do you have a chance? This is when somebody starts when a man starts asking you about your past.
Mm-hmm.
How does this sound?
Dude, when you look close,
Well,
I don't know if that's sweat or she crying on the picture. See that by her nose?
I'm trying to tell you, but you're rejecting it. A man's going to ask you about your dating and marital history.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're saying I'm a woman that got married at 24, and the way you're trying to frame this is that he just would not work, and you married the guy without knowing him. You were together for 10
Well,
years.
that's really what happened. That's what happened. We
You
really
know
didn't know
what
each other
happened? You know what happened, ma'am? I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. It sounds like you're like a lot of women who call my channel, and you got too big for your britches. You thought you should.
He said, you got too big for your britches. Now I want you to pay attention to this right here, too.
Get more. Go back to a video I did. Kevin does a one-on-one with a married woman, 5'4", 200 and some odd pounds. Another teacher just like you, talking about how she could level up and leave her husband. She was hella average too. See, the problem is, man, you shouldn't have divorced your husband.
He said you shouldn't have divorced your husband.
You're better off still with this man because you're both broke. You're both broke.
He said she would have been better off still being with him because they both broke.
You're both broke. And you're not better off by yourself. If you were, you wouldn't be calling some guy on YouTube. You know you should have stayed with him, but you divorced him for a reason. It's not like you can say you divorced him and you went on to a hot, like you married a rich man or a man doing something else. You've just been alone. You've gone backwards. And
Backwards.
what you said is your children are still seeing their father. It's not like he just went away. See, I think you know. Because I started asking you more questions about him. I think you realize that you might have made an error
She definitely made an error.
in divorcing your husband. Because the open dating market is, women have been told that it's so easy.
She was 7, telling them it's
You
easy.
got out here after being married, divorced at 34 years old, at 5'4", as a teacher's aide, and an overweight woman with 2 kids, and no one has been serious with you. That's the market.
And it's even worse now. It's even worse since this video. I think this video might have been like 3 years ago. It's worser.
Have you ever considered?
Yeah, I said worser. A lot of y'all. It's not worser. It's worse.
Reconciling with your husband?
Basically saying there's no hope, right?
Well, no, you've already won that. So, ma'am, what I need you to understand is this. You already won. You got the husband for you. He just wasn't the one on paper that you want. Why? See, what you didn't say is he was a drug addict and beating your ass and cheating on you.
Right.
He just wasn't working and earning the kind of money. But you didn't say he was sitting on the couch. He was an active house husband. Why didn't you just go
So most of the time, it's rarely any of them don't do anything. Like they trying. Like in my case, for instance. In my case, nobody can say, oh, he ain't tried. I done had businesses. I done did this. I done did that. It's just sometimes it just takes more time. Now, I know that I'm on the verge of all of this now, but it's crazy how, let's say for instance, it's crazy how a lot of people be in this situation. And when it's all said and done, it's like all you had to do was just be patient and wait. Do your part, remain faithful, this blah, 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 blah. Instead of letting people like Shira 7, like what's the other one that I watch her because she's hilarious? The little, man, I can't remember her name. I cannot remember her name. It's another one though. All they had to do was wait. And so they choose not to wait. And just like on acrimony, now you want to take it from him. Well, you could have been right there with him getting it. You could have been helping him get it. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Speaking of stiff-necked suit wearers, church people, one reason why I know that you don't see none of those miracles in the church, because the church be full of people, egotistical, narcissistic people that done stepped on all kind of people and ain't reconciled or made amends. And they be in there like they ain't did nothing. So the Most High be knowing what they did, and there don't be no power in there. Like say this woman go to church. She divorced her husband for what he wasn't and what he didn't have after telling him, death do us part, sickness and health. Now, you ain't supposed to make vows, but if you did make vows and then you break vows, you're a liar. So, let's keep
reconcile with him and make a life. You already made babies. I mean, it's not like you're a nuclear physicist, man. You're a teacher's aide.
He said it's not like you're a nuclear physicist. You're a teacher's aide. Dude, some of the women that be doo-dooing on guys and pissing in his eye, making his eye burn, it'd be amazing, man. And it's like, they don't be realizing that, okay, on the internet, right? I'm not one of the people that say the internet ain't real. And once again, long video, y'all. But what I do understand is people be gaslighting on the internet. Dudes with no game will gaslight and lie if it means getting a little piece. They'll say whatever. And what happens is these women in these relationships that want to be married, that are married, they have these dudes behind the scenes gaslighting them. And it's like their boyfriend, their husband don't be knowing. So they start acting harsh and different. I believe that's what happened with her. I believe one of them do, because I worked in schools. I know how up close and personal they get, how cozy they get. Some dude was probably acting like man, if he won't work, man, how you gonna take care of you? Then he hit her, smack, smack, smack. He probably was messing with her. And when he got tired of that, he moved on. And now she alone. I know what going on in them schools. He probably was putting stuff in her head, and it was causing her to go home and fight that man. And that's what they do. They do it on Facebook. I remember dude, it was this one guy. He was trying with all his might. And it wasn't even her. It wasn't her. Unless she was erasing it, it wasn't her. It was him. So I got to reading it. So I sent him a private message like, hey man, you trying to get with a married woman. He was like a truck driver. These guys be, and I've been accused of not saying nothing about these guys. These guys be literally behind the scene gaslighting these women. They do. And they shouldn't go without being set ablaze and cooked. I guarantee you somebody was gaslighting her. She couldn't even think of nothing to say bad about her husband. That means some dude was in her head. These little punks, man. And then they say you a sucker for wanting to listen, man. If I'm a sucker for wanting to take off on a dude that behind the scenes was saying all this stuff, putting stuff in my wife's head, which it didn't quite happen that way. Let me say again, stop watching The Prophet. You don't understand. I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking as if I'm all men. Then you find out some dude at her job, or some dude that catch the bus when she catch the bus, or some dude putting stuff in her head about, man, you gonna wanna, man, come here. Come here. You had a lot to say. Now let's see how much of a man you is. Ain't no dude, no sucker for wanting to get at a dude that break his house up. Now I'm gonna tell you, when you are a sucker, you are a sucker. Like if she gets with somebody else and he don't bother your kids. Trying to be a daddy. Well, Russell Wilson, if I was Future, I would have been took off on Russell Wilson. He probably can't even fight. I would have gave him the business. Trying to change my kid's last name, all that stuff. I would have gave him the business. I would have swole him up. Broke his jaw. Now he can't eat coochie right no more. Yeah, I said it, stiff neck. How many sins you commit just this month? Okay then, shut up. Now,
but honestly, listening to you is almost like I could do better. Okay, prove it.
No, I didn't say that. That's why I'm asking you. Is there any...
Go back to your husband.
that's what I say. Prove it. You could do better. Prove it. Just tell them that. Tell them that. When they get to telling you, when you're not good enough for them no more, and they get to telling you they can do better, tell them, prove it. Prove it. And then after you tell her that, you do that. You get better. You get better as a man. You get better as a father. You get better.
Husband, help that. Pick up the phone and
I've been told that.
huh?
I've been told that. I've been told that before.
Well, guess what?
He probably don't want
Guess what?
her.
You couldn't afford this session.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing. It's not the same for men and women. I'm going to tell you why. Because a man is, if you look at our genetics, when a man has sex with a woman, it's not the same as when a woman has sex with a man. You're not being stretched unless you're a little hee. You're not being stretched. She being stretched, especially if she deal with multiple guys. They're gonna have totally different wing dang doozies. Totally different. Some wide, some long and skinny, some this, some that, some curved, some soft, can't get it up, some can't get it down. They're all gonna be different. But that man is one man, he's gonna be the same.
And I'm not saying that because take the advice from somebody who has no dog in it. You need to go back.
Okay.
Or you're 160 pounds right now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
As we age, injuries and things like that happen. Maybe you stay 160, but I doubt it. The likelihood is we continue to age as we get older. Health issues occur. You know, I don't know if you're on blood pressure medication, if you're pre-diabetic, whatever. I don't know what your physical history is like, but you do not want to age as an overweight woman by herself. This is the time where you need someone around. You have history with this man. Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of women would tell you. You need to pick that phone up and reconcile with your husband. Because
If you
he
can.
doesn't sound like he's a catch. You don't sound like you're a catch either.
He said he don't sound like he's a catch. And you don't sound like you're a catch either. That's what I say. Guys, be a catch. If you're not a catch right now, become a catch. Get healthy. Get wealthy. Get spiritual. Get your spiritual life in order. Get your morals in order. Be a catch.
Stop looking at the TV.
Stop looking at
Disney. Stop looking at these Instagram and what's supposed to be. The lady on my channel last night said that she's listened to so many women who left their husbands because they were looking at other people and then judging their husbands.
But pow. Let's go back. Play it again before I react to it.
Makes sense. Stop looking at the TV. Stop looking at Disney. Stop looking at these Instagram and what's supposed to be. The lady on my channel last night said that she's listened to so many women who left their husbands because they were looking at other people and then judging their husbands.
Judging their husband.
Your husband cook.
You looking at people vacations. You looking at people everything that's going on in other people's lives, and now you got something better than them because they faking. They do. Listen, people be taking trips and then they don't be having no money left, man. They faking. They faking. Now he gonna say something that is like my main regret, man. Like I do have a regret, and I'm about to share it with y'all. Watch this.
Clean, take care of the kids. You said he was a good father, and you divorced him.
Mm-hmm.
The nerve of you.
Well, thank you for your perspective.
No, but I want to hear what you think about it.
I think there is some truth to what you're
She's
saying.
still-
Definitely, I definitely see it. There's some truth to it. Definitely.
Well, I got another question. Will he take you back?
I try not to show any, interest. I mean,
Ma'am, I just asked you a question.
That's the worst thing to do, ladies. She says she tries not to show no interest, but she really wants him back. Come on now. That's that confusion. That's that confusion. That's where the ego comes in. Where, look, I made a mistake. I should have did this. Just like my ego. Like I said, I aired some things out on YouTube. Did y'all know? And I should have did it quite a little bit different, man. Because like some of the stuff I was saying, my kids heard it. And it's stuff that I should have just kept to myself like a man. Now, I don't believe in men keeping everything to themselves, because I don't believe in women that's acting up behind the scenes being able to hide. So I don't regret in full saying all that stuff, but I do say that I could have took a different approach somewhat. But everything happened for a reason, and I did help a lot of people, man. You know, I just could have did it a little differently.
Would he
I
take
don't
you
think
back?
so. I mean, if I maybe.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
Cause she was getting, she not telling y'all
Okay.
that she was getting mashed by that little short, chubby teacher assistant.
Did you run him down or talk bad about him to other people? And
He was sticking his thumb in her butt.
Sometimes.
La la
Did you
la.
talk bad
Who
about
keeping
him?
score?
Run him down to people or you?
I am. Listen, look at her.
Maybe in the beginning.
Right. So basically, your ex-husband, what's between you and him is him knowing that he was a good father and took good care of you, the house, and the kids. He didn't earn the way you wanted to. Listen. You had all the answers, you would be here. Please. I think you had a good husband, and you had a good father, a man who cooked, cleaned, all that other kind of stuff. He didn't earn the way you wanted him to, and it did not look like what's marketed to us. But these
Right.
kind of relationships happen everywhere.
Everywhere.
You divorced him
You divorced her.
for no other reason and the reason you gave is because he wouldn't work. All right, but then you don't talk about him like you have respect for him. Inevitably, you insulted this man. You put this out in the world. He heard.
That's where I
how you
messed up,
spoke
yo.
about him between you guys and in public. It got back to him. Your kids have had to hear this stuff, so he probably has hard feelings toward you.
Yeah.
That's the gulf between you. So even if you decided to say that makes perfect sense, you would have to fix what you broke. And that is where your ego and your pride is keeping you stuck.
Ego. Ego is the number one problem that even leads to separation and divorce. Ego is the number one problem that leads to withholding sex from a man. Ego is the number one reason why I went out like, oh, you ain't gonna give me none? All right, watch this. It was ego, y'all. It was ego. Because the thing that you're supposed to do in a marriage is, y'all be, well, I don't want to argue. All you want to do is argue. Look, man, you married, you got to argue. If you got a disagreement, you got to argue until you got an agreement. Because I'm telling you, all y'all, y'all go, and a lot of y'all women gonna go out here, you used to getting raw dog because you're in a marriage. You gonna go out here, oh, baby, I'm clean. I ain't got nothing. He gonna pull out that oatmeal raisin cookie. His sausage gonna look like an oatmeal raisin cookie. And now you catching stuff that you didn't have, that your husband didn't give you. These dudes be lying, man. I'm telling you. And let me tell you guys, these women be lying too. They'll tell you that they're gonna make it seem like they ain't never did nothing. They ain't never did nothing. Their cat was loose the night before for no reason. The walls came tumbling down for no reason. I mean, come on now. Men and women lie. The dating pool, I'm going to say this. I'm sorry, stiff necks, plug your ears, mute the TV. The dating pool got piss and shit in it. Long turds with the little wrinkles. But it also got the little diarrhea, the watery. It's full of doo-doo. Full of doo-doo. Full of doo-doo. To even get anything out of the dating pool, you'll have to filter it. And the way you filter it is to vet. But it's getting harder and harder to vet because people are becoming better liars. So, you could try. Let's keep going.
Got a lot of ego.
Ego.
That's why, regardless if I knew why I was right or not, I was right when I said there's no hope for this outside of that. Ego and pride.
Ego and pride. Her best chance of not being alone is to reconcile.
A little too hard. My bad.
And this is what I'm trying to do. Listen. Let's start with the ladies who you was petty. You divorced over something petty. Or you want to divorce over something petty. You done moved with your sister. You done moved with your mama. I'm talking to multiple people right now. You done put him out the house. But you trying to divorce her for something petty. Man, going back to that man. You know he was decent. He not going to be perfect. You know he was decent. Going back to him. Because you going to get oatmeal raisin cookie out here. Your husband probably wanted to nut in your face. And out of respect, he never did it. But you going to go out here and they going to do it out of disrespect. Because they going to look at you like you a hoe. And some of y'all is. You're a hoe that a lot of women are hoes that got lucky. Okay, if you a hoe that got lucky, you had a high body count, you was doing stuff, getting away with, blah, blah, blah. If dude will take you back, that's your best chance over there. And I'm speaking in general. I know some of y'all done did some slutty thing, got away with it. Only the hit dog's gonna holler. This is why guys, off subject also, don't never be afraid to be homeless. You stand on your 10 toes as a man, whether you down financially or not, whether she'll put you out or not, you still the leader. You still the leader. So, but a lot of you ladies, man, your best opportunity to be with somebody is to go back to who you was with. I know you think because you got a big booty or you got a pretty face or you got pretty hair. But I like when they do that. You see them little bangs? Oh, I love those bangs. I like when they do that. I don't care if it's a wig. I be liking them bang. But your best chance is to go back where you was at. Especially if you 65. Man, your little wrinkly cat, you probably... Your little stuff look like rotten meat. You got the nerve not to have... Well, I ain't gonna even go into that. Go back where you was at. If you can. Some of y'all, the damage is irreversible. And guys, listen. If you don't take these women back, I understand. Because I don't know your situation. But tell her, make her get with your program and have a program, nigga. Excuse my language. Have a program. Look at the stiff neck. The stiff neck's like, man, he'll say anything. And you won't say nothing. The Most High can't even use you. You's a whole goofy out here trying to preach without and hold back.
Even after the divorce, I gotta tell you, you still take care of the kids. When I talk about you, he's out living his own life, doing his own thing. You make it just seem like this dude's some this fig in the wind, just twirling around, and that's not the truth.
It's not.
Is it?
Well,
And we don't
Is
know.
it?
We don't know if she was telling him to stay at home. She could be one of them jealous women that don't want him around other women too.
he's a part of the, he is an active dad, but I stay out the picture.
I don't give a damn about, he's an active dad, that's all he has to do because you divorced him.
Right.
You didn't say he's an act, when I said, what is he doing? You didn't say he's an active dad. I had to freaking pull that out of you.
Sure did.
What is he doing? What is
She
he
wanted
doing?
to put him down
What is he
to
doing?
make herself
He's
look
not living his
innocent.
own life. See, a woman who,
Look, he getting mad.
you did not give that man any credit. You did not say, he's an active father.
He almost cussed her out. He had to stop himself. See how he got to squirm?
You did not say one nice thing about this man. This man ain't shit to you. The man, honestly, he sounds like he's kind of too good.
Whoo! 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 Wait, hold on, y'all.
You did not give that man any credit. You did not say, he's an active father. You did not say one nice thing about this man. This man ain't shit to you. And man, honestly, he sounds like he's kind of too good.
Okay.
He had to calm himself down. And he had to make sure. Look at his hand. He trying not to say the wrong thing.
This power couple shit.
You left your marriage at 34 because you believed you could upgrade. You
Let's
thought
let
there
him
was
cook.
something better waiting on the other side, more excitement, more options, more
Yeah.
romantic energy. And now at 42,
Not just black
you're
women.
sitting here wondering why the very
I don't know
men you
why
once
he doing
imagined
that.
are nowhere in sight.
It's
You want a
all.
man now. The question isn't where are the good men. The real question is, are you finally willing to choose the life you walked away from 8 years ago, without excuses, without fantasy?
Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos, y'all. Some of y'all older than her. Some of y'all close to, some of y'all the same age. Some of y'all got her beat by 20 years. Stop playing, man. You need to stop watching Shera 7. Don't give her no money. And just let reality just sit in for a second. Look at the people that you know, the women that you know that's already divorced. How they doing? Here's what I see. I see women that ain't never been married before. And I know women that I can see why. You mean is a rattlesnake. You too mean. You trying to be too tough. Well, I had to make it on my own, so I can't help that. Well, if you want a real man, you gonna have to get better with that. A lot of y'all dudes, if y'all do this, or y'all did this to women like the one Kevin Samuel was talking to, I understand.